Ladies and gents, welcome to CG Reaction, and this is Deformities that you might have by the channel one and only SamONella Academy. I've reacted to a lot of Sam videos already. If you haven't checked out those reactions, check out the description. I have playlist for all of my videos. Check out there or check out the end cards. I've created a playlist for Sam videos too, so check out the end cards for that. Sam just makes awesome videos every time. It's always interesting, and not the concept that I usually think about, but I'm always glad that I watch the videos like this, deformities that you might have. This is not something that I normally think about it, but I'm sure this is just going to be interesting. And remember people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the bell notification, because I don't know when I'm going to upload what, so it's best to hit the bell notification. Sometimes people are scared that he's going to upload lots of videos and that's just going to flood my notification thing. No, that's YouTube doesn't send many notification if I upload lots of videos, so you don't need to worry about that. Right now, like always, I'm reacting to a Sam video, and afterwards I'm gonna upload a last video of Unbiased History series. That's a sad video, the fall of Rome. And if you have not watched any of my Unbiased History reaction, there are 19 videos of it. I created a playlist for that too. Check out the my channel, I guess, for the playlist. And yeah, let's watch this video.
Hey kids, guess what? You could be a freak of nature and not even know it. Yep, not every deformity is visible to the untrained eye. Today, we're going to talk about a few physical defects that you, the listener, might have. First is situs inversus. So situs inversus is when a person is born with some or all of their organs mirrored along the vertical axis.
Damn.
This can range from a heart that's on the right instead of the left to the entire body cavity being flipped around. The condition is pretty rare, affecting about 1 in every 10,000 people. According to
That's not really rare, is it?
The condition
0.01%. I mean, there are what, 6-8 billion people in the world. I mean, it is rare, but it's 0.01 is still a lot of people. Man, that's just effed up, man. Because doctors usually have this training about which thing is where, which organ is at which side. So obviously you have scans nowadays, but a doctor could make mistakes thinking this organ must be in this part, but it's actually in the other side and could cause issues that way. So this is really effed up, and obviously people would know about these issues immediately. Any small issues you have here and there that requires some kind of a procedure, and suddenly you would realize that everything's flipped. Doctors would tell you that after they tell you that they made a massive mistake and everything's going to be fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, you would realize it afterwards.
Is pretty rare, affecting about 1 in every 10,000 people. According to Wikipedia, plenty of people live their lives with this condition without knowing about it. Considering that even little kids...
Nah, what? How the hell is that possible? I mean, you would know your heart is not in the same place. I mean, you could feel it. I'm pretty sure everybody goes through something in their life that requires some kind of scan. So doctor would say it like, you have that problem that everything's flipped. You would know about it. Eventually you would know about it. Well, yeah, if your heart is not at the same place, that's the first thing you would realize. Because when you're a kid, you don't realize where your heart should be. You just know where it is. But sometimes with conversation with friends or somebody, you would say, no, my heart is in this side. And you realize that it's an issue. I'm pretty sure your parents would realize when you're a baby that, your heart is in different place, I guess.
Kids know that their heart is supposed to be on the left. I find this a little hard to believe, but who knows. At any rate, the first doctor visit where you find all this out sure would be interesting. Whoa, I think your testicles are on backwards. What? Hold on, maybe I'm just holding them weird. Let me just... no, yeah, they're definitely on backwards. I don't follow. It's not that hard a concept. The left one's on the right and the right one's on the left, that's all. Okay? Does that mean anything? Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to be the guy with the backwards nutsack, but that's just me. What do you mean? Just, kind of weird.
He's just talking about social aspect of it, while the patient's actually saying, is it actually a problem? Medically, is it actually a problem? The doctor's talking about social aspect of it, like I wouldn't want the one to be.
What is weird about it? How are they different? Can you see it? Can you feel it? Is it dangerous? Look, I'm a doctor, not a cosmetologist, alright? Next is bell clapper deformity. This is a condition that affects 1 out of every 125 males. So in a normal nutsack, the nuts are anchored to the sack in a certain way that limits their mobility. But if you have bell clapper deformity, this anchor isn't present, meaning your nads are free to swing around much more independently than normal. Being that we, as males, don't often compare our scrotal dynamics with other men, most people aren't aware of their deformity, at least not at first. However, having free-floating testes comes with a significantly higher chance of suffering from testicular torsion, which is where your sperm tube gets all twisted around as a result of rigorous...
Oh god. I mean, testicle is the one area where people are mostly in the dark side. They don't realize lots of things. So obviously this would go unnoticed. But you know, this condition, I mean, people usually think they are just attached by one string. So lots of people fear this, like this could happen to anyone. But it's not so easy. Normally it wouldn't just easily happen. It can happen, torsion can happen, but it's not so easy. But people who have this kind of deformities, they are really prone to getting this kind of damage. Like simple workouts, you know, weightlifting, anything that is strenuous on your body could result in this. And this is scary, man. Every man in their life have gone through worrying about this particular situation. So yeah, this is just scary, but you know, it doesn't happen to everybody.
Exercise or other mechanical means. This condition is extremely painful and oftentimes requires a visit to the hospital in order to prevent that nut from literally dying from hypoxia. Wait a minute.
Of one time, every time, if you have torsion, you have to go to doctor. Otherwise, blood supply gets cut off, and that's that. You don't even have that much time. This is not something that just gets better on its own. Come on.
Minute, these aren't on backwards. They're just all twisted up. What? Fix them? Yeah, I'm trying. Try harder. Hey, you ever try to untangle a pair of earbuds through a plastic bag? This is like that except sweatier. Cut me some slack, alright? Don't get your balls in a twist. More of a twist. Next is the accessory spleen. So most of us have at least heard of this spleen. For those of you that don't know a lot about it, basically it's a softball-sized organ right around here that helps out your bloodstream and immune system. But apparently 1 out of every 10 people have not 1, but 2 spleens. Sadly, the second spleen isn't another full-sized organ, but rather a little enclosed ball of spleen tissue about the size of a peanut M&M. Since it is self-enclosed, it's technically considered another organ, but because of its small size, it's not all that beneficial to have one or anything, it's just kinda there. Hey, I haven't seen you around before, are you new on campus? Oh, yeah, I just got here a couple days ago. Well, hey man, welcome to UCLA, if you want I can... Wrangle Rock! What is that? It's a good show! Oh, that's Toby. He's my accessory. Do you listen to The Offspring? Is it talking to me? Do you listen to The Offspring? Well, I mean, I used to when I was younger, not so much nowadays. Well, you're gonna go far, kid. I'm gonna go now. Do you think he got the reference? Yeah, Toby, I'm sure he did. Finally, we have fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. The only reason I'm including this one is because of something that happened in health class during my freshman year of high school. Our teacher was telling us all about how you should never drink during pregnancy. She also said that between 2 and 5% of people in the United States have some form of FASD. Then she goes, looking around the room, I do see a couple people that have the distinguishing facial features. Not gonna name names, of course. And then she just continued on with her lesson as if she didn't just drop a huge bombshell on all of us. So needless to say, this scared the shit out of me. Cause although I consider myself a little bit on the intellectual...
What a shitty thing to say to kids, man. What the hell? I'll be pissed if that's the case. Man, just finish your sentence. What were you gonna say? Finish it. Don't just leave it hanging there. Who are you talking about?
Intellectual side. For all I know, I could have been lined up to be the next Einstein, and then my would-be genius brain just got Jaeger-bombed into a merely above-average one. So as soon as I got home, I pulled up a chart that showed all the distinguishing facial features for FASD, and compared it in the mirror. Thankfully, my philtrum was distinct and my upper lip was plump, so I'm in the clear, as I know now. Statistically speaking, though, there's a good chance that at least a few of the moms of the people watching this video are not the angels that they make themselves out to be. So, you know... Food for thought. It really is a curse, though, learning about this chart here, because the features are subtle enough that those who are affected still look normal to the average person. But once you're on the lookout for them, next thing you know, you're on Facebook, your friend posted pictures of her kid, all the comments are like, oh my god, he's so cute, what a perfect little guy, and you're the only person there who knows otherwise. Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm SamONella.
Yo, like, should I tell him, man? Should I send a message like, man, you have a problem? What would I do? That's just heavy, man. Oh, that's just effed up, man. When you're pregnant drinking alcohol, I mean, can you be more shitty? God damn. This was a great video, man. I did not expect this from this, but this was, like always, Sam always makes simple topics just awesome. The way he makes it is just incredible. Alright, people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the end card for the SamONella reaction playlist that I created if you haven't seen it. And I'll see you next time.